Whether you want to admit it or not, we all want love. Of course, sometimes certain things happen in our lives that make us a little bit more jaded, a little bit more cautious. But at the end of the day, we all have that innate desire for belonging. So today we're going over 7 dating tips that I wish I had learned sooner because it really could have saved me a lot of headaches. Tip number 1. Leave the casual dating scene. The pointless hookups, the friends with benefits, leave it. Leave it behind. Trust me, brother. I know you think that you're having fun. I know it's exciting. You want to build your roster and all that. And maybe you've even convinced yourself that you never want a relationship. But I'm here to tell you seriously, no jokes. I have been down that route. In high school, I was in a long-term committed relationship. As soon as I came to university and became single again, I went on a rampage. Okay, maybe I want to say rampage. Okay, that's a little wild. But I genuinely felt like I needed to have the bodies underneath my belt because I thought I was missing out on something. But you really not. And I don't want to get into too much detail, but when I went down that certain path in my life, bro, that is the emptiest I've ever felt. Being across from somebody who you don't actually like. And this is a little bit of a hot take. I truly believe that if you find it so easy to mess around with somebody and then dip like nothing ever happened, you just straight up don't like that person. They're either a placeholder until you find somebody that you actually like, or you are just giving in to your urges and you're looking for a quick fix of dopamine. Because it's been a little while, it's been a few months, and now you just fiending. Come to Jesus, brother. You have been led astray. I'm not saying that you have to hop in a full-blown relationship, but if you find yourself chasing pointless things, either because you want status or you're looking for a quick escape or a fix of dopamine, reevaluate the reason that you're actually participating in this. Because half of the time, you know you want something else. You just kind of following the crowd. Tip number 2. If you're not willing to pay for the date, bro, don't go. Now, I know I just ruffled a bunch of feathers. Hear me out. I know for me, if I really like a girl, I don't mind paying for the first date. And I've used this as like a cutoff to see if I really like a girl or not. Now, some people would go around paying for every date and pay for every girl. If that's you, cool. Live your life. As for me, I really just don't see a point in paying to go out with somebody who I don't click with like that. But for me, I'll always pay for the first date. And this ain't me trying to be a pick-me or anything, bro. This is just something that I've cemented in my character. I'll always pay for the first date. But the question is, do I want to go on a date with you? And if you ever find yourself saying, man, I really want to pay for this first date, maybe we should go 50-50. In my opinion, don't go on that date. The whole point that I'm trying to make is if you're gonna go on a date, let it be with someone who you actually like, who you actually interested in. And I found more often than not, if I'm truly interested in the person, paying for the date is no big deal. In fact, I'll run at the opportunity because I want to impress her. Stop paying to go on dates with people you don't like, all just because you're trying to get some cheeks. You've been led astray, brother. Number 3, stop looking for someone to fix you. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. It's not really a story, it's basically my entire life. I spent the majority of my teenage and early 20s hopping from relationship to relationship, from person to person, from this love interest to the next love interest. There was rarely a time where I was by myself or wasn't talking to someone. Why do you think that is? It was because I truly just couldn't be alone. I felt like I needed to have someone there with me for me to be okay. Spoiler alert, that ain't healthy. If you feel like you need somebody with you for you to be complete, you are thinking about it all wrong. I once heard this poem by this YouTuber. His name's Jordan Green, if you want to check him out. And it went something like this. 2 wholes once apart. You complete me. No, we are both complete on our own as individuals. Our love, the residual. And this poem really impacted me because it basically says you shouldn't be looking for someone to be your other half. You should be a complete person as yourself first. And then 2 complete people will come together and their love will be the residual. They're not trying to fill in the gaps. They're just sharing their affection with each other. Hey, that's a little insightful. Prophetic prophecy. Next one. Tip number 4 gotta be the most important one. This one right here. Know God. Now, I know a bunch of people may have tuned out just now, but those are the people who need to hear this. I truly believe that no one can truly and authentically love another person unless they know God. But Derek, there are plenty of people who aren't religious and they still have wonderful relationships with people. I didn't say you couldn't have a great relationship, but the way you love will always be limited by your human tendencies. Let me explain. Until you as a man recognize that you are not perfect, you are sinful, you have committed evil, you have fallen short of the standard of God. Even yet, I'm not even trying to preach to you, but even so, he still loves you. He still forgave you. He still allows for you to come back. No matter how many times you walk away, no matter how many times you go and do your own thing, he still allows you to come back and he still forgives you. Until you understand that, you don't know how to love. And not only that, even if you worked your entire life to hit that standard, to make sure that you fulfilled every commandment, you couldn't do it. But he doesn't ask for you to do that. He doesn't say that you have to hit all of them. Why? Because he sent somebody to take the punishment for you. Now don't worry, I'm not going to turn this into a whole sermon. But if you haven't taken the time to comprehend that type of patience, how could you apply that to another person? In relationships, in dating, there's going to be a lot of making allowance for other people's faults. You're going to have to forgive. You're going to have to learn to be patient. And I found in my personal life, the more that I study how God loves, the better I'm able to love the people in my life. So if you know God, you know love. Tip number 5. There is someone out there who will love you. Now, what do I mean by this? When I was around the age of 20, 21, I was not confident enough to be my true, authentic self. I felt that in order for me to get somebody to like me, I would have to turn myself into their perfect person. I would change aspects about myself. For example, I'm a really funny dude. I like to yap. I like to talk. Hence the camera that's in front of me. But I would literally dim my light because I wanted to be the mysterious person. I wanted to be, that attractive guy in the corner. Ooh, what is he thinking? You don't know. He's just like a bad boy type of, bad boys, bad boys. This is further evidence that I wasn't cool. And by pretending to be this person, I ended up with people who would have liked that person, but I was a fraud. Every day I was trying to keep up with that image that I had set. And that was just something that wasn't sustainable. I wasn't happy because I felt like I always had a mask on. And it's just so tiring, bro. But I was fortunate enough to find someone who likes me just the way I am. And I don't ever feel like I have to be somebody different. And I wouldn't believe that this was even possible if I didn't experience it. There is somebody out there who will love you just the way you are. Every quirk, every single fault that you think you have, everything that you think is not cool, it will be cool to that person. So don't worry about having to change yourself to appeal to the masses. There's a thing in content creation where you say you need to know your target audience. If you try to speak to everyone, you'll end up speaking to no one. And the same thing applies with the relationships in your life. If you behave a certain way, you're going to attract a certain target audience. The only caveat to that is if that's not who you are, every day you're going to feel like a dancing pony. But if you be your true authentic self, you're going to attract the people who like your true authentic self already. That's who they're looking for. And those are the relationships that are going to last. Next one is super important. No club. What do I mean by this? Stop looking for relationships in the club. I'm not saying you can't go out and enjoy yourself, party from time to time, be merry and all that. But you got to understand that certain settings will attract certain people. I'm not saying that everybody who goes to the club is going to be, a bop. But clubs and bars are not the only places that you can meet people. In fact, I think they're probably one of the worst places you should meet people. Instead, I think it's better to go to places that you genuinely like, where people share the same interest. And these could be places like church, a volleyball league that you go to, a book club, or other events that you might find. Find places and hobbies that interest you, and just go and do those same hobbies around people who also enjoy them. These are places where you'll find people who have similar interests, but also you may find that you have other things in common. And the next dating tip: actually define your dream girl. I actually made a list on my phone that says my wife will look like. And there's just a bunch of different check boxes. Now, spoiler alert, not everyone will fill each one of those boxes. But I think it's a good idea, especially if you're someone who's young, to actually define what qualities you want in a person. Do you want someone who's sweet and kind? Do you want someone who's outdoorsy because you're outdoorsy? Do you want someone who likes the same video games as you? Actually put it down. Because the problem is when it comes to dating is a lot of us get stuck in this little limbo zone called limerence. And that's basically where you over obsess over somebody. But if you have a list of qualities that you're actually looking for and look at it a little bit more objectively, and I'll give you a little example from my life. I always knew that I wanted to be with someone who was fun and childish. And the reason is because I'm fun and childish. I don't like to take things too seriously because I personally believe you don't have to lose that childish innocence or that childish love for life as you get older. You can hold on to that and keep that same joy. You don't need to let the world beat you down every single day you go into work. So in my list, it's really important that I find someone who's like that. I don't want to be around someone who's always down, who's always angry or sad. Like, who wants to be around that person? But I ended up in some hairy situations because I was so focused on, oh, I really like this person. Oh, I really like this person. This is a new relationship. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. This person is perfect. You know what I mean? I stopped prioritizing the right things. I was prioritizing how I was feeling in the moment, not really what I was looking for in a person. And that's not a mistake that I want you guys to make. So learn from my experiences. Learn from my many, many mishaps. And if you guys have any tips that you would like to share with the class, drop them down below in the comments. We're really trying to build a community of guys who are like-minded. You know, they want to better themselves. They want to be healthy. They don't want to be toxic. They don't want to be down those roads. You know what I mean? The whole red pill stuff. We've had enough of that. That was like 2017, bro. Why are we still doing this? And if you like this video, you're definitely going to like this one. So I advise you check it out. That's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.